Hi, I'm Simon. Welcome to my kitchen. I've got a real winter warm of a recipe for you today. Roasted roots, smoky garlic mash and mushroom gravy. It makes a great alternative to a Sunday roast if you're vegetarian, or a fantastic supper any night of the week. It looks dramatic on the plate, it's full of vibrant colours and textures, it tastes rich and hearty and decadent, but it's super healthy and packed full of good ingredients. Let me show you what we've got. So here's what we're going to be using today. For the mash, I've chosen Umbro potatoes. Now, there's two main types of potatoes. You have the fluffy, starchy varieties, such as Maris Pipers and King Edwards, and the waxy varieties like Desirees. Waxy varieties don't make great mash. The texture can become quite thick, gloopy, and unpleasant when they're cooked that way. They're much better for boiling or for wedges, things where you want them to hold their shape when they're cooked. Umbros sit kind of in between those two. They're a bit of an all-rounder. They've still got a great texture when they're cooked this way, and they've got a lovely flavour, which is why I'm using them. If you can't get hold of them, then standard mashing potatoes, the starchy, floury types like Maris Pipers, King Edwards, Russets, they're going to give a great result. I'm flavouring the mash with this, which is smoked garlic. Now, that's a whole head of garlic that's already been smoked. You can find it in lots of markets and supermarkets now. If you can't get hold of it, a regular head of garlic is going to be absolutely fine. We're going to roast it in the oven, so it's going to have tons of flavour anyway, but you just won't get that same smoky note that this is going to bring to that mash. For the roots, I'm using celeriac, beetroot, parsnip and carrots. These are heritage variety carrots, which is why you've got these lovely purple and white colours there. I'm using them because they're easy for me to get hold of. A market near my house sells them, but also because they look really striking on the plate. They keep those colours even when they're cooked. But the taste isn't massively different from regular carrots, so if that's all you can get hold of, just use those. The taste is going to be the same, it just won't look quite so pretty when you plate it up. I'm going to add a few contrasting notes of colour and texture by crisping up this kale in the oven, so it gives a nice crisp crunch when you eat it, and pumpkin seeds here are going to do the same thing. For the mushroom gravy, we've got onion and celery, which we're going to use to make the base. We've got chestnut mushrooms and chanterelle mushrooms here, and then we're going to introduce a really lovely herby note using sage, thyme and rosemary. In addition to what's here, I'm going to be using butter and milk when I make the mashed potato. It is possible to substitute those for olive oil if you want to keep it vegan, but it won't have that same creamy texture in the mash. I'm also going to be using a little bit of veg oil, salt, pepper. The full ingredients list is in the description below this video if you want to check that out. So there's our ingredients. There's a lot here that needs to be prepared before it can be cooked. So the root vegetables need peeling and chopping, the herbs need picking, the mushrooms need washing, and I strongly recommend that you do all of that before you start cooking. In a professional kitchen, you'd never see a chef start putting things on the heat before every ingredient was prepared. We call that mise en place, and it's really, really important that you do that so that you don't find yourself halfway through a recipe suddenly rushing to chop a carrot or crush some garlic while things are burning in the pan behind you. So with that in mind, I'm going to show you the preparation steps and then the cooking of the dish. Let's get cooking. that's inspired you to give this a go. As you can see, it's really simple to cook and it tastes amazing. It's got those rich, decadent flavours of mashed potato and gravy that everybody loves, but it's super healthy, and this bowl has less than 500 calories, so it's a completely guilt-free meal. If you do decide to try it at home, please let me know what you think in the comments box below. I love hearing your feedback on my recipes and on my videos. And please give me a hand by clicking the like and subscribe buttons, staying up to date with future videos, and sharing this one with your friends. I look forward to bringing you another recipe soon.